Good morning, all of you. As we are started our revision of all the chapters that we did in earlier. So now, today we have to start the revision of chapter 2, that is food. Students, all of you know the importance of food in our life. Food, we require food for growth, development, and our survival also. It keeps us fit and healthy, and without food we cannot live. So, uh, and we know that most of the food products we eat, that we get from plants. But uh, as we know that we depend upon plants for our food, and plants make their food by the process which is known as photosynthesis, in which, in the presence of sunlight and the green pigment chlorophyll, plants prepare their food using carbon dioxide and water. Now, uh, one of the important sources is plant, but we take our food from different sources, and mainly we get the food from plants and animals. That means the sources of food are plants and animals. Food from plants. That means one source of our food is plants, and from plants, as we know that plants make their own food by using the energy of the sun. Food is prepared by the leaves of the green plant, and it is then stored in different parts of the plant. Human beings and some animals eat these plants in one form or other. Different forms in which we get food from plants are cereal grains like wheat, rice, maize are important sources of energy. They constitute the major component of our food. Pulses like green gram, black gram, kidney beans, they are sources of proteins in our diet, and we require protein for proper growth and development. Fruits like mango, apple, banana, orange, these are the sources of nutrients. Green leafy vegetables, they also the rich sources of different nutrients. We use different oils in our food. They are also the product of plants, and they are the sources of fats. Spices which add flavors to our food, and they have some medicinal values also. They are also the product of plants. That means for our food we mainly depend upon plants. The next source of food is animals. They are also an important source of our food, and we get different forms of food from animals. The first one is milk. Milk is considered a complete food. Milk giving animals are called milch animals. Cows and buffaloes are the two main milch animals. Goats and camels also give us milk. The next form is eggs. Hens, ducks lay eggs. These birds are known as poultry birds. That means egg laying, egg laying birds are poultry birds. Their eggs are a rich source of proteins and vitamins and are eaten by many of us. The next is meat. Fish, goat, sheep, pig, and chicken are important sources of meat. Prawns, crabs, and shrimps constitute the seafood. All these are good sources of proteins. Now, the next topic is food and its components. Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals are the important components of food, and they are called nutrients. And as we know that nutrients are the essential component of food that we require for our proper growth, development, and for our survival. Roughest, that is dietary fibers, and water are also important components of our food. Different food items are classified into different categories on the basis of the nutrients present in them and their functions in our life. The first one is energy giving food, carbohydrates and fats. That means the food which contains carbohydrates and fats, they are known as energy giving foods. The second is bodybuilding food, that is proteins. That means the food items which have proteins in them, they are bodybuilding foods. Next is protective foods. The foods which contains vitamins and minerals in them, they are protective food because they protect us from different diseases and infections. Now we will study all these nutrients in detail. The first one is carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. In our food, these are present in the form of sugar and starch. Carbohydrates in our diet are a source of energy. Fruits like mango, banana, lychee are rich in sugars. Cereals like wheat, rice, and maize are rich sources of starch. Some vegetables like potato and sweet potato also contain starch. These are the some of the examples which have carbohydrates in different forms and they provide energy to us. Now the next nutrient is proteins. They are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and a small quantity of sulfur and phosphorus. Proteins help in building up the developing tissues of a growing child and that's why it is advised to take adequate amount of proteins in up to growing age. They also take care of the wear and tear of the body tissues at all ages. In growing children, proteins help in the development of their tissues and at all ages it helps in wear and tear of the tissues. Soybean is the richest source of protein. Now the next component is fats. Fats are also made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. However, they contain much less oxygen in comparison to the carbohydrates. They provide more than double the amount of energy provided by the same weight of carbohydrates. That means they provide us more energy than the carbohydrates. Both are energy giving foods, but fats provide more energy than the carbohydrates. Vitamins A and D are soluble in fats. As you know that if the food is not soluble, that cannot be absorbed in our body. So fats also helps in the in dissolution of vitamin A and D. Hence, fats are essential for their absorption in our body. Fats can be obtained from plant as well as animal sources also. Vegetable oils like mustard oil, coconut oil, and groundnut oil are obtained from plants. They are the rich source of fats. Dry fruits and nuts are also rich sources of fats. Milk and milk products such as butter, ghee, along with meat, fish, and eggs are sources of fats that are obtained from animals. That means we can get fat from plant products as well as animal products also. So students, we discuss about different components of food, different sources of food. We discussed about the components like carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. In next class, we will discuss about vitamins and minerals and their deficiency diseases. So that's all for today, students. Thank you. Have a nice day.